Hi, I'm Melissa, your free-range psychic. Today is December the 22nd, 2019. It is the day after the winter solstice, so happy winter, everybody. But the days are now officially going to get longer. We've come through the darkest part of the year, and it is the return of the sun. Today, my guides wanted me to do a reading on the Senate, and I know a lot of people have been asking about that too. There going to be witnesses at the trial? Will a trial be held? So this is what I've got from my guides. So when I do my readings, I don't shuffle the cards and draw them out. I ask my guides to show me the cards psychically, and then I ask them, well, why did you pick these cards? So the card that, the subject card, oh, I wasn't even realizing I was using my pendulum. So I use my pendulum, but not in a conventional way. I'm just opening up a channel to hear my guides. It's just something that I developed over time. I asked so many questions, it just became like a shorthand. So the subject card, I use a simple Celtic cross. I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. The Hangman. This is what's going on right now. This is the impasse between Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, where the House wants to set up rules, be able to call witnesses, have a fair trial, because Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham both said, well, we don't care. We're not going to be impartial. We're going to go along with White House, even though the jurors are required to take an oath where they swear that they will not be biased. And I don't know why Mitch McConnell or Lindsey Graham would come out with it. They can think what they want. I mean, they can take that oath, and nobody could really, if they didn't show their hand right off, everybody's going to think it, but nobody can really accuse them. They can't. There can be no action taken. There'd be no grounds to recuse themselves. But now there is, so I cannot, for the life of me, figure out that strategy. I really should have asked my guides about that, like why. Obviously to impress the president, but I can't see how it helps their cause, really, because this is going down. This isn't just a TV reality show. This is really going down now, and there has to be some kind of response. Mitch McConnell is so full of himself. A card came up for him. I'll show you what card that is in a second, but I think I'll stick to the order of the reading. So above is the Five of Wands, and this is the Democrats and the GOP fighting it out, or the House and the Senate fighting it out regarding this trial. Are the documents, or are the charges, impeachment charges, going to be sent over? Or are the official impeachment documents that the House has generated going to be kept back? Mitch McConnell is saying, oh, we don't need a trial, but the president has come out and said, no, I want my day in court, which is really messing everything up for McConnell, I would imagine. He wants, Trump has come out and said, I want witnesses. Come on, let's get at it. So this is all this chaos and confusion and this battle going on right now. In the near past is the Six of Wands. Now this is the victory, the House victory. They impeached the president. They did their part in the impeachment process, and they were victorious, and they did it fantastically well, I have to say. So this is, you can imagine Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Nadler riding on this horse of victory, and we're all applauding them because they did such a phenomenal job. They succeeded, and he will always be, no matter what happens in the Senate, this will go down in history. This is a mark on Trump. It can never be exonerated, and it's driving Trump crazy. He has no tolerance for this kind of failure or shame. He just squirms mentally and emotionally. God knows what's happening. I tried to imagine what's happening at the White House right now. Melania, she probably, if I was her, I would just, kind of like put like all kinds of protective garb on, like a hockey, goal keeper or something like that, to have a mask on, because that Trump is violent and abusive, and I would not want to be around right now. I wouldn't want to be around him. So I think that he probably is surrounded by sycophants and people just trying to, Fox News, his favorite Fox News anchors, to calm him down, because, he cannot tolerate this at all, and he goes ballistic when this under pressure, this kind of pressure. And I heard a MSNBC news anchor or something saying that he's never, or one of their guests saying that Trump has never been held accountable before like this. This is like the first time. So imagine that. He's bad at the best of times, impulsive and violent and abusive. But now I can't even imagine. We'll hear the stories though, because I've been hearing this from my guides for a long time. Everything's coming out. Everybody's going to write a book. There's going to be records of all of this. People are recording on their phones. There's not such a thing as secrecy. Just like the Ukraine phone call where everybody's listening. Every single person that could be around is around listening in on this. It's not secretive, and people are yelling. Other people can hear them in restaurants. So underneath, this is the card I was referring to. This is the King of Swords. This is Mitch McConnell, the Grim Reaper. That being stubborn and being full of himself. He's just full of his own power here. And he gorges off this power, his ego. He loves it. He loves it. In the future, Wheel of Fortune. So my guides say this is a ton of information coming in regarding Ukraine, regarding this quid pro quo, and it's just one thing after another, and it's just going to blow things up. It's going to change the course of events, and I think it's going to destabilize Mitch McConnell, his stance, his foundation. I think it's going to knock him off his throne, and it's interesting because this morning, and I did this reading, I dated it 12/19. I mean, I chose the cards or asked my guides on that day. There have now been released emails regarding this Ukraine situation, and apparently this whole quid pro quo deal where Trump is going to withhold funding for missiles or weapons until Zelensky goes on television and announces that he's going to start investigations into Hunter and Joe Biden. These emails surfaced. I think they're the first one now is in June 2019. And the reason that these emails have surfaced is because a nonprofit group sued for, under FOIA, I believe, release of information, and they got it. The clarifying card, which really clarifies this card, Wheel of Fortune. This is everything happened very quickly, all this information coming out, and also the progress regarding the Senate having a trial is speeding up too. Everything's boom, boom, boom. And this is also the president asking for his day in court, which is speeding things up. And I wanted another card to confirm this card. I got the Knight of Swords. everything happening with speed of light, very quickly. Galloping, and I was going to say forging ahead, but I want to say galloping ahead with this. And this is probably Trump also. Let's do this thing, you know, because he thinks that, this is regarding witnesses. He thinks that, you know, any of his guys are going to back him up. So this is all happening really fast. And outcome card, Six of Pentacles. So this is proving, yes, there absolutely was this quid pro quo. When I asked for a clarifying card on this, or a confirmation card, I got the Seven of Pentacles. And so my guides say this has to do with witnesses actually testifying. And each of these pentacles represents these witnesses' testimony or take on what happened with this Ukraine deal. I did ask my guides whether or not Trump would be removed from office if this trial did go on, as they're telling me it will. And it's really hard for me to ask those kind of questions because I do have some bias and emotional or emotionality, you know, behind it. But I will tell you what I heard. Take it with a grain of salt, as you should take everything I say with a grain of salt. They tell me that Trump, before it gets to that point, that there's going to be some kind of major, either a health event, some kind of event that's going to inhibit the full process from playing out. That he just won't be there. And they've told me, when I've asked them, well, will, you know, Trump finish this presidency or will he run again? They've always shown me that. I know that, another shout out to Linda G, Comanche Psychic, because she sees something similar. She sees him leaving office, resigning. And I've always seen him as some kind of health event, but whether it's a health event or him resigning or something, that he's going to leave before it gets to that point where he's removed from office. But if I did ask if he's removed from office, would he actually leave? Because I know that people are frightened that he wouldn't. But my guides say yes. If they got to that point, he would. And I asked, would the Senate actually remove him from office? You know, is that possible? And I didn't probably allow myself to 100% hear them, but I got yes, it's possible that he could be. There'd be enough Republican senators to vote to remove him from office. But in between then and now, there's all this stuff that's going to happen, and it's going to change the course of events as we perceive them now to that point where it could happen. So that is my most current reading on a Trump update, if you will. I'll do another reading on this as things progress. I did get a card for us, from my angels, from the Angel of Light Oracle deck by, it's actually called Angel of Light cards by Diana Cooper. I love these cards. I love the backs of these cards, of these angels. And this card is extremely appropriate regarding the time of year, as the sun has been resurrected on the day of the solstice, and now the sun returns, the days grow light. Light. Light illuminates darkness and gloom, bringing hope and inspiration. Ask the angels to fill you with more light, for it contains spiritual information and knowledge. These are the keys to the universe, and bring love and peace, as well as unlocking the wisdom within you. As your light becomes stronger and clearer, you will find clarity and purpose. You will radiate brightly and become a beacon, reminding others of the divine help available. Angel wisdom suggests you ask the angels to ignite and strengthen the divine flame within you. The affirmation is, I am light. I put a video out yesterday regarding the fact that I've started a Patreon channel. That channel has to do very much with angels and prayer. Just a community forum discussing that topic. What is it? How does it move in their lives? And it's not any religious denomination at all. It's just because prayer has been part of the human psyche forever, and it's all over the world, in all religions, in all cultures. So I just want to really start focusing on that on my Patreon channel, because I'm writing a book on angels and prayer. I'm actually getting channeled information regarding that. And in one of the chapters, I want to include people's experiences with prayer and thoughts on prayer. If you don't want to join my Patreon channel, it's fine. You can email me at sacredfirepsychicreadings@gmail.com, and that will be fine. I think when you join Patreon, it's like $3 a month, something like that. The money does really help me out, but if you just want to, email me the information you want to give me, that's fine. And to join Patreon, you don't send me the money through PayPal or anything. What you do is you go to patreon.com and then you join it, and then find me under Melissa Free Range Psychic, and Patreon explains how you start supporting one of their creators. So that's how you do it. I want to also tell people I do personal readings, past life readings, present, anything in the present, past, present, future. I'm a medium. I can help contact those who've passed on. And also I love to introduce people to their guardian angels. I'll leave my information at the end of this video, as well as underneath. So everybody have a wonderful week, whether it's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Christmas that you're celebrating. Everything all these holidays this year fall within the same time period generally. And if you just celebrate the return of the light, I want to wish everybody a joyous time. I will maybe come back with another video pretty soon because I have some time off this week. Sending you my love, and take care for now.